Joe Pugh for Pep Talk Boys. I'm joined today with light heavyweight Craig Richards at the Origin Gym at Raynham. How are you, Craig?
I'm good, thank you. I'm very well.
Brilliant. And before we start, I know you wanted to mention, obviously, Frankie Beckles, a.k.a. Pro Beez. I know you was close to him. Massive shock. Been a couple of weeks now, but if you just want to say a few words.
Yeah, man, I was very, very sad when I heard the news. I remember I was scrolling through Instagram, I saw it. There was just a moment where I just sat there and I was like, I couldn't believe it. I was just staring into space for at least half an hour. I couldn't believe it. Like, we was arranging an interview at the time. I think we was even going to arrange out for you to come down with him as well. And just never happened. You just never know when it's someone's last day. So just rest in peace, Pro Beez, man. And you're in our memories for sure.
Yeah, I echo all of those words as we all have done certainly a lot of the boxing community over the past couple of weeks. But we're here today, done some really good rounds with Tommy Fletcher and John Hedges. How were they?
Yeah, it was very good rounds, you know, two tall, big southpaws. It was nice to just mix it up, get some different types of sparring in, come out the gym for the day and come down here in different environment. It was good rounds.
Definitely, and it's been a few months now since your Dimitri Bivol fight. It didn't go your way that night, but overall, how did you assess your performance? Because fantastic experience.
It was good. I maybe judged the rounds a bit wrong. I stepped on it probably a round too late. 114, 115, that's a half a round. 113, 115, that's one round away. And you could see at the end of the round, I finished a lot stronger than he did. I had a lot left in the tank. Could have went probably another 3-4 rounds. So leaving it in the ring is very disappointing in one aspect, but in another aspect, you know, you got it in you to become the champion. You knew you had the tools to unlock the door that day, but you just didn't put it in there. And it's a bit disappointing, bitter and sweet a little bit.
Yeah, definitely. And I know it hasn't officially been announced, but Eddie Earn said on a few interviews that you are probably going to be out on the 30th of October on the Dillian White undercard. Could you shed any news or light on that?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm hearing. I'll be heading for the 30th, so I'm preparing, just waiting to just get the nod to say, yep, you're out. As soon as I get that nod, I'm ready to go. You know, I'm in the gym training all the time. I'm fit, ready to go. So I'm just looking forward to getting back out as soon as possible. Obviously, I had a little injury before the Bivol fight, and I've been out a few weeks after that. Been back in the gym now, training hard, smashing it in the gym. As Conor would say, I'm crushing it in the gym. So, yeah, I'm just ready to just go now. I'm ready, looking forward to fighting again.
Brilliant. And what level of opponent do you think it will be whenever you are out? But are you going to step straight back into that domestic mix, or maybe a 10-rounder?
Well, I'm looking to hopefully get to anything world level. The aim is just to get back to that world title. I've finished with the domestic. I've beat great domestic guys for Southern area, British titles, WBA Continentals. We've won that, we've been there, we've done that. Now we come one round short for a world title. That's our aims and aspirations. We need to get back there, and I need to get that title. So any way possible back to that route is what I'm looking for.
A lot of talk has been around that domestic light heavyweight division. Who's number one? Obviously yourself, Callum Johnson, Buatsi, Yard and Lyndon Arthur. What do you make of all this chat, and do you think that more of the fights need to be made?
Look, as you say, it's all just chat. Everyone's got their opinions, everyone's got their reasons. Some of the people's opinions isn't because they think he's the best. They might like his style. Do you know what I'm saying? It's one of them situations where everyone's good fighters and everyone's got different styles, so it's kind of what you like. I sit there, I feel like my CV kind of puts me at strong stead to say that I could be the best number one, you know, beating the guys I've beat, stepping up to the levels I've stepped up to. But everyone will have their argument, you know, but it's all just hearsay, she say. At the end of the day, 18 months from now, we'll probably see who's number one. By the time everyone's probably had their fights, clashed certain fights, and then it all pan out. That's the good, sweet thing about boxing. Eventually, all the questions will be answered.
Yeah, definitely. And 2 weeks ago now, another addition to the light heavyweight division, Callum Smith with a frightening KO. What did you make of his performance and his entrance into the light heavyweight division?
I thought it was a very good performance. I think he performed very well. And I think that he let everyone know I'm part of this mix, you know. He went out there, he made his statement, and he joined the mix of everyone to say, I'm a light heavyweight now. So it was a good performance.
Is that a potential fight that you'd like to see down the line? He's a former Ring Magazine #1 super middleweight. He's moving his way up to light heavyweight. It'd be a great clash between you two.
Yeah, it'll be a tremendous clash. You know, we're both tall, we both can punch, both can box. We've both now been at that level. It's one of them fights that, you know, if I had a world title and they offered it to him, I don't think he'll definitely not turn it down. If he had the world title and they offered it to me, I wouldn't turn it down. We're both chasing the same goals and aspirations. So at some point, we both make it, we might cross paths, you know. That's the sweet thing about boxing. You keep winning, you get to that position, you cross paths with the best.
Definitely, and the main event of that night was Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk. What did you make of the performance of Usyk and, more importantly, AJ?
It was a good performance from Usyk. You know, he surprised a lot of people. AJ, I believe that he's got more to him. I believe that he can reassess, come back and win the rematch. I don't necessarily think maybe he came in with the best game plan, but you know, that's between him and his team. But I believe they'll readjust, come back, and come with a new game plan to get his belts back.
Definitely, and a lot has been made about his training team, his coaching team, Rob McCracken. If you was in AJ's shoes, would you think to reassess, or would you stick with Rob McCracken?
Well, I believe Rob McCracken's got him this far. I'm not sure. As I say, I don't know what they do behind closed doors. I don't know what's in the gym. I think that's, as I say, that's a conversation between him and his trainers. Who am I to tell him he needs to change trainers or keep his trainer? I'm just like, when I watch him, I'm just watching as a boxing fan of boxing. I just enjoy the sport. I don't really get in people's personal business of their training teams.
Yeah, definitely, and it'd be rude not to mention the big fight this weekend, Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. Prediction for the fight?
Do you know what? You know, Fury is an animal at the weight. He's a very good operator. But Wilder's looking tremendous. A new team, Malik Scott, in good shape. He's been working on his boxing ability. So I think the fight's more interesting than people anticipate. Fury's definitely the favourite for the fight. But you can't write off a guy like Wilder with a punch the way he's got. I'm very interested. I might be up all night waiting for that fight.
Yeah, definitely. I certainly will be. And finally, Craig, you mentioned you want to get back up to world level as soon as possible. Who is one person that you want to target, one name that is on your hit list, maybe by the middle of next year?
Possibly Dimitri Bivol. Anyone who's can get me that shot for a world title, really. It's no one. It ain't a target of a person. It's more the belts.
So you want that Dimitri Bivol rematch, though?
If I can get that Dimitri Bivol rematch, 110%.
Brilliant. Thanks very much for speaking to Pep Talk today. Craig, anything else you'd like to say?
I just want to say rest in peace, Frankie, again. Thank you for all my sponsorships. Obviously, my team. For everything they're doing. I'm just big up all my sponsors, you know, Everlast, Sports Direct, Lewis Access, Miart, Mill Team. You know, you start this stuff you wish you didn't start because you might have slipped someone out. No, I'm only joking. Yeah. Obviously, Elite Fleet. All of my sponsors behind me, I just want to thank you for always continuously supporting me.
Cheers, Craig, and hopefully we'll catch up again soon.
Thank you, mate.